Hello everyone, my name is Sagar and I hope you are doing well. In this video, we'll see how we can do app registration for finance and operation integration. So for that, you will need to go to portal.azure.com. You can simply log in to this URL. This will open your Azure portal. Then you can search here app registration and click on this app registration here. Here you can create a new registration. You can give a name to your app. So I can give a name here. I can say D365 demo app. Okay. And then here I can select, I can keep this one only. Okay, single tenant one. And then I can simply register this app. Okay. Now this app is ready. So there are a few things that you should make a note. So I'll open Notepad. Okay, so the first thing is your app ID. So this is your app ID. You can copy this and let me say app ID. This is your app ID. Then you might be interested in generating a secret. So for that you can go here, you can go to client and secret. Click on this new client secret. Here you can give a name to your secret. Demo app secret. And here you can specify the duration for how much time you are going to, this secret will be valid for what time. So either you can select your own custom one or maximum it will go for 24. As soon as you will click on add button, okay, you will get this particular value. So immediately copy this value and paste this in a notepad. So I will simply paste this. So I pasted this value. Now you see that this is going to expire in 2028. And here now when you will again refresh this, then this value will go out. So immediately as soon as the secret will be generated, you need to copy it and you need to save it in a secured place. So again, if you will go to, let me do a refresh here. Now here if you will see, if you will again navigate, now you will not able to see that value. So that's why it is very important you make a note of that secret at the first. So now what I will do, I will go to this URL and I will download my Postman. So my Postman is getting downloaded. So the Postman is getting downloaded now. So now this is downloaded. I can open this. So I will run this at administrator. So here it will ask for sign in, so you can give your email. So I'm simply doing a single sign on. Here I need to give my tenant domain. So here I'm simply giving the domain. Alright, so now I have launched my Postman. Now, once my Postman will be opened, then I can create a blank collection here. I can click on new collection. So the first thing is that I will do a post request here. Show how we can leverage this. So for that, the first thing is that you need a URL. So let me. So let me give a name to this. It will fetch the token for us. So I can say this as fetch token, and here I can say https. Then I need to say login.microsoft.online.com. Then we need to give our tenant name here. For example, let me do this. So how can I get that? I will need to refresh this form. And here you can remove this v2.0 OAuth 2, and I'll wait for my front end to get loaded so that I can get my tenant ID. So you can click on this button here. I'm having some hard time here. Okay, yeah. I will go to about. Here you can go to license, and you can copy this serial number. This is nothing your tenant ID. So you can replace this tenant ID. So if you are doing it in your environment, you need to make sure you are putting your correct tenant ID. Then you can go to body, and here you need to specify your client ID, secret, your grant type, resource. So client ID, let me show you client ID. So if you will go to your this appreciation, this is your client ID. Simply copy this, and I will paste it here. And then client secret. So secret is something that we generated here, right? This is a secret. So I've saved it. I'm going to add it at the end. Then you need to provide grant type here, so you can write it as client credential TIALS. You need to make sure your spelling is correct, else it will not work. Then here, instead of scope, I will say resource, and here you need to add your finance and operation URL, that is this guy, and this should be without your forward slash. So let me again go to Postman. Okay, make sure you are removing this. Now I will type my secret. Okay, as soon as I entered my secret, I click on the send button. So now this access token will be generated for me, and this will be valid for a certain duration. So I can copy this, and here I'm going to create one more collection, sorry, like one more request. I will say this as add request, and here I will use get only, and I will directly jump towards my authorization. I will say bear a token, and I will paste exactly the same token here. Let me verify I have populated it correctly. Okay, and now the next thing is that what you can do, you can copy your URL from here and paste this in your get request, and simply say data and send the request. Okay, now if you see, I haven't done one setup. So the setup that I have not yet completed is I haven't added my app ID into my application ID form page, app registration form page. So for that I can go to system admin, and here inside my setup I have this Microsoft Intro ID application. So I will say new, and here I will add that client ID. So what is my client ID? Client ID is this guy here. I will copy this I will set this as admin and I'm going to map it to admin user only. And when you are mapping it with admin, you need to make sure your admin is pointed to correct legal entity. So I will quickly open my admin and I will make sure this is switched to my correct company. So I will change it to USMF and I will save this. Here it is saying modification to fields, email, SID must be performed through or user professional account. Okay, just give me a second here. Let me duplicate this tab. First of all, why don't let me try this? So if I will send the request, so as it will fetch me all the entities, so it will take some time, I believe. Why the time it is taking time, I will go to my front end to check my user form. Let me go to my user form. Okay, this is already mapped to USMF now. I don't know why it's giving error. Okay, this one is again taking time. So by that time I will recheck my admin is pointed to correct. Yeah, it's in correct legal entity. So now I will see my OData here. Okay, so guys, now if you see, my request is completed. It took some time because I'm using a local desktop. So you can see this is perfectly working. So if in case, let me do one thing. I will pick a small table like customers, I think, group, customer group. Yeah, here we go. So I will copy this and make sure to do this. I will save this. I will copy this and I will paste this. And I will send the request. Okay, so guys, if you see, I'm getting the proper data for my customer group. Okay, so let me summarize what we did from scratch. So the first thing is that we went to app registration. So let me go from scratch. So we go to app registration. Here we created our own app. Okay, and we selected yeah, we created app and then we selected those options that you can check in video, and then this is our main app ID or client ID. And let me tell you one more thing. So you see this value, this is a tenant ID, so this is coming from here. This is your tenant ID and this is your client ID. And the secret is something you generated here. You went to secret, you clicked on new secret, you give a name, then you tell for what duration you need this secret. Okay, and from here the value will be generated. Now you need to make sure you are copying the secret value and placing it in a secure place, because once you refresh this page, this value will go out. Okay, now once you created your app, then the second thing that you need to do is you need to come to your this intra Microsoft intra ID application form. Here you need to add this client ID. So this is your client ID. If I go here, this is exactly your client ID. You simply add your client ID here, and then you can map it with any user, but you need to make sure that user have sufficient security privileges assigned, and the company should also be defaulted, like from for whatever legal entity you are testing. Now once this is done, then you went to your Postman. Okay, the first thing is that we need to generate the access token. Okay, now to get our access token, Now to get your access token, you need to first of all select here post. Exactly paste the same URL. The only modification that you need to do, you change your this ID. This ID either you can get it from, you go to your question mark, you go to about. So you can copy either from here this value, or else when you are registering your app, you can get the same information, and that is your tenant ID. Okay. Now once you have all these things ready, you come here, change this, then you can go to your body and then come here you can put your client ID. Client ID is, again, let me reiterate, this is the client ID. And then we need to add secret. Secret is something that we generated from here. Okay, if you can remember. Okay, this is our secret. And the third thing is that we need to hard code this value, like grant type you can give it client credential. And the fourth one is we need to give resource name, like in which environment you want to test it. So here I have given URL of my environment. You need to make sure you're not putting any extra space, forward slash, something like that. And now once you will send this request, you will get this access token. Okay, then you can copy this access token. You can create a new request. Okay, either you can go with any option, because now you have token available with you. So you go to authorization, go to bearer token. Here simply paste your token. Okay, once you paste your token, then you can do any get operation, you can do post operation and everything. Okay, in our next videos we'll see how we can do post, or we will even create a custom service. So that is about how we can utilize Postman for our testing, starting from beginning to end. Thanks for watching this video.